Russia's war in Ukraine is continuing to cause ripple effects across the globe in the cost of food, fuel, and economic growth. In the latest indication this week, the International Monetary Fund slashed its forecast for global economic growth to 3.6% this year.
VOA correspondent Jessica Stone joins us now with this report.
Hello from Washington. Well, U.S. Secretary of the Treasury Janet Yellen walked out alongside Ukraine's finance minister of a G20 meeting here at the IMF World Bank gatherings in Washington, D.C. It's all part of a protest against Russia's war in Ukraine. As the battle in eastern Ukraine intensifies, more and more of the globe is feeling the impact of that war. Yellen told a gathering of finance ministers this week that food security is a key concern. She says that 10% of the world's population were already suffering from hunger, and now they have to compete with wealthier countries for food, which is driving up prices everywhere. As we've discussed, both Russia and Ukraine are key grain producers. Ukraine is the significant source of wheat for Indonesia, Bangladesh, Pakistan, and Laos. Here's Yellen earlier this week.
Let there be no doubt. Even as we continue escalating our sanctions and other economic measures against Russia, we reiterate our commitment to authorizing essential humanitarian and related activities that benefit people around the world, ensuring the availability of basic foodstuffs and agricultural commodities.
Beyond the war in Ukraine, the other major cause of the global growth slowdown is the lockdowns across China for COVID-19, particularly those in Shanghai. The decline in retail sales in China reflects an increase in COVID cases as people in quarantine aren't out shopping. And an executive at Chinese tech giant Huawei warned in a WeChat message that technology, industrial, and automobile supply chains, quote, will come to a complete halt if production in Shanghai doesn't resume by next month.
We have a slowdown of the Chinese economy with more frequent lockdowns due to Omicron that is weighing down, and then also elevated price pressures in many parts of the world that are leading central banks to tighten monetary policy.
Translation, we're going to see higher borrowing costs around the world, and that could mean a recession here in the United States. In fact, Goldman Sachs earlier this week predicting that the likelihood of a recession here in the United States over the next 2 years is at 35%. Back to you.
Moving on, demonstrators wearing animals and trees costumes flocked to the IMF, appealing for a long-term investment in nature. The IMF's newly established Resilience and Sustainability Trust is meant to help countries build resilience to external shocks, including climate change and pandemic preparedness. However, biodiversity criteria are not included, and Abbas believes the RST will fail at ensuring long-term environmental sustainability.